Hello, today I am going to show you how to make the miniature piping technique for your frosting design without the use of an icing pipe. So these are also the common designs I use for my miniature cakes. I will also show you the methods I use to frost the whole cakes or other pastries that requires icing or frosting. Here are the materials that you need. If you want to make a silicone mold, I suggest to use the scrap clay. The first icing decoration is quite easy and you can use this to frost your cake like the photo on the right hand corner. So roll a thin log and slice this to small pieces, then roll the small pieces to a ball. Using a medium-sized dotting tool, press down one part of the ball to create a tail. Then add another ball on top of the tail and press one part of the ball again. Do this to all the balls you made so you will have the illusion of this icing decoration. You can make the tail longer and also thinner if you like. The next decoration is the meringue, and this is one of my favorite decorations. You can use this on top of the cupcake or use as decoration for the whole cake. So I begin by making a ball and then shape it like Hershey's Kisses and then divided the whole thing by making a deep vertical line around. Then I used a small dotting tool to shape the ridges. Just imagine making a letter S on each ridge that is going to the same direction. Next is a rose icing decoration. This is my to-go decoration for the miniature faux fondant cake, and I usually use this to make miniature wedding cakes. So first I roll the clay to a thin log and flatten it using a rolling pin. Then I use a medium or big size dotting tool to press one side and create a very slight ruffles. And then I remove any excess clay. To form the simple rose, I start rolling it, making sure that the ruffled edges don't touch the other side, so that it will be easier for you to open the rose if you need to. Next, I'm going to make the swirled cupcake frosting. You can use this to decorate cupcakes and also to make swirled ice cream in a cone. So roll a thin log and then flatten it using a rolling pin, and after that, slice the edges to create a square shape. Then twist the clay several times. Then create a small circle and make a spiral motion to create the desired height of the icing. Next, I will show you how to make the shell icing, and this one I mostly use to decorate the edges of the miniature wedding cakes or birthday cakes. Now roll the clay into a ball and shape it to a tear using your fingers. Using a dotting tool, soften the edges by slightly pressing the clay down. Just like the meringue, I used my sculpting and dotting tool to create the lines and shape of the ridges. Then flatten the narrow part of the shell and put each shell on top of the flattened end. Do this on all of your shells. The first thing that I am going to show you is the frosting that has the buttercream look. And here I am mixing liquid clay and the polymer clay together. You can add drops of liquid clay to the clay until you get the right consistency. So it takes time to mix the clay and get to the right consistency that you want, especially if you want to keep it runny or a watery consistency. So try to be patient on this procedure. If you want to have the frosting like on the picture above, you want to have this consistency. It's not too watery or dry. It allows you to adjust and swirl the clay, and it will stay like that after baking or during the baking process. And here I have a small amount of the same clay I made earlier, and I only really need a very small amount if I want to make the clay runny or watery. So I added more liquid clay. This consistency is best for glazing donuts or other pastries. Another way to glaze your polymer clay food is by adding chalk pastel on the liquid clay. This is liquid clay mixed with yellow chalk pastel. And lastly, I want to show you how I store the glaze. You can use anything as long as it is airtight. For me, I am using this bobbin holder to store the clay frosting. This is not airtight, but I like it because it is small and shallow. So to make it airtight, I simply cover the top with saran wrap before closing the lid. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Please help me grow my channel by clicking the subscribe button. Bye bye and see you next Saturday.